Hello, my name is Connor, and basically, I've been going through a bunch of podcasts and videos and trying to figure out this diet and other diets kind of similar to it. But what I want to do today is a lot of the people that I kind of saw in the comments either didn't really know what to do, felt like this diet is very confusing. And I think I understand where those people are coming from. So I think there's going to be like two groups of people. There's the people that kind of want longevity and they're focused more on their health because they're older, and then there's maybe a younger crowd that just kind of wants super quick fat loss, and then kind of focus on clearing up any complications later on that might affect them, such as a slowing of the metabolic rate or whatever it may be. So let's just jump into what the sugar diet is, and I'll also say some other diets that are similar. So the sugar diet is fundamentally a crash diet. It's a short-term diet. And when I say short-term, I would say between 2 and 10 weeks, based off of other crash diets I've seen in the past. So some of these other crash diets, maybe like the cabbage soup diet or something like that. Some of those fads that are just like ridiculous. I don't think the sugar diet is that kind of a fad, but it is more directly related to another diet called a protein-sparing modified fast. Or there's another name for it. It's not another name for it, but it's under another author who called it the rapid fat loss, I think a system, rapid fat loss. And his name is Lyle McDonald. So his thing was just protein, very low fat, no carbs. And so with the sugar diet, it's no protein, high carb, low fat. All right, so these are all crash diets, and so their purpose is then to lose weight as fast as possible, and it's to put you in a better place so that you're interested, or it jumpstarts you into a sustainable diet. Because if you just crash diet, you're just going to stretch yourself out to the point where you're just going to basically maybe on a binge and just get all that weight back and extra. So the idea is you do a crash diet, you see the scale go down, you get motivation, and you want to keep going lower and lower. But if we go too low, we get stressed out, we burn out, and so we really just kind of crash completely and actually gain back all that weight. So the idea then is we want to just get low enough in a healthy manner, short term, so that we can go into a long-term approach, work on whole foods and getting in a healthy diet, so that later on, if you wanted to, you could pull that tool back out, the sugar diet or the RFL or whatever it may be, and lose more weight, and then stay at a healthy diet again, and so on and so forth. Do a cyclical kind of diet, and then get to the point where you get your goal weight and you just kind of stay at a sustainable diet or lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. All right. So what do you eat on the sugar diet? At first I thought I needed to eat like 2,400 calories of sugar a day just to boost my metabolic rate up. I still don't know the answer to that question. I couldn't if I wanted to, or if I don't know. I don't know the saying, but I've been eating in the morning / afternoon a cup of raw sugar a day, which is about 800 calories. And honestly, I want to say it kind of makes me sick to my stomach in a way, but it's definitely been a laxative, which is kind of a weird thing. And also, I just don't feel like eating the rest of the day. It's very odd. It kind of reminds me of keto in a sense, or even carnivore, but I have no desire whatsoever to eat at the later half of the day. Um, but let's get back to what you can eat. So it's low fat, low protein, or no protein, basically no fat. Um, but if you do a whole foods um, diet with fruits and whatnot, you're gonna get protein and fat in them anyways, because fruits and vegetables contain all the macronutrients, and so I don't think it's something they need to worry about. Um, so what I've seen is that fruits work perfectly fine, and also starches are fine as well. It just depends on how your body responds to them. If you find that you have gastrointestinal issues with starches, I think that's where they're like, okay, you need to pull those out and just go with fruit. But maybe fruit screws you up a little bit, then maybe starches would be better. But either way, it's you could be on the side of fruit, or you could be on the side of of not potatoes, but starches, or you could kind of be one of those people that is lucky and has availability for the whole kind of range. So I'm trying to think what else. Yes, I mean that's really basically it for what it comes down to eating. Find what works for you in that area. Um, if you want to do a pure like sugar diet. However, in the honey diet, which is slightly different, which is something that I don't know if that was a Ray Peat thing or if it was Anabology that called it that, but that is kind of fruit till 3 or something, a 4-hour fast till 7 p.m., and then having a lean meat with a starch at the end of the day. So there's you have options when it really would to decide how you want to do your diet. So it's really up to you on that case, and in terms of what you actually want to achieve, I guess. I was looking at Jay Feldman. He was saying that, well, because of the mechanisms of sugar fasting and FGF21 and all these other things, that the sugar fast actually causes an inhibitor for muscle protein synthesis, so that even if you ate at the end of the day, it would still like you wouldn't be getting all the protein that you need to maintain muscle mass. So you'd still end up losing muscle mass, even though it would be probably a small amount. So I hope that clears that up. Hope that was clear. Fruits, vegetables, starches, all that stuff is fine as long as it's low fat, low protein. So maybe an avocado and olives, those are high fat. Don't eat those. All right, I think let's just jump into the pros and cons of these crash diets. So, as I said, with sugar fasting, it's that muscle protein synthesis, I guess, inhibitor. There's going to also be, with the crash diet, the crash. So you get to the point where you're eating the same thing basically every day, the same kind of flavors in your mouth. So that's annoying, and like I hate that. I think that's my biggest gripe with the sugar diet, because I only like sugar when it's with fat, so like ice cream and stuff like that. But on its own, like that first sip in the morning, I'm already done. I don't even want to taste any sugar the rest of the day. So I mean, there's that lack of flavor or whatever it may be, if you're doing a strict like sugar fast. Now, I guess the pro to that with these crash diets is then the weight loss, and jump starting into the sustainable diets and getting like your self-esteem and all that stuff that comes with losing weight and feeling healthy and having your energy back. So it really depends on what your goals are. There's so many people that have lost weight with a sustainable approach. There's so many people that have lost weight with a crash diet. There's so many people that have lost weight with an Atkins or a keto or carnivore or vegan diet. So it really just depends on your adherence level, how fast you want to lose weight. Are you more interested in longevity, or are you more interested in just quick results? I hope that's helpful. Kind of rambled on. I'm not an expert in this. I just kind of watched some videos. I mean, I've been watching the videos for the last 2 weeks on the different, like, should I be eating a lot of sugar? Should I be eating a little bit of sugar? Does a certain amount of sugar affect the FGDF? I'm saying it totally wrong, 21. Hormone, and like, so I hope it's helpful. If you have any questions, put them down below. Hopefully I can answer them. Again, I've only been doing this diet for I won't even say a couple weeks. I've only been doing it for maybe 2 or 3 days, but I've been trying to gather information as to what's going on, what's with all the information, and it just really comes down to your preferences. Because with a sugar diet, you can try to make it sustainable, but I don't think you should. I think it really should just be, this is my opinion, obviously other people have other opinions on, should it be sustainable up front, or should it be just a quick, like, it doesn't matter if I get sick or whatever kind of approach. So it's really up to you on what your goals are, your risk levels, and all that kind of stuff. So again, if you have any questions or comments or whatever, please leave them below, and maybe we can have a discussion. Bye.